Hi, this is Franco. So I've always talked about investing in your future or for extra income, buying stocks or putting some money in your IRA, but I never told you about my other investment. My other investment, which is for my kids. I got 2 daughters and I started to contribute in their educational plan. It's called a 529 savings account and it's sponsored by the state. So I started this just because I always thought about supporting them, or how will I make their lives better in the future when they're about to go to the real world. And have you ever noticed some parents or some kids, when we were kids, even though they're not as smart, they're not as motivated to study, they have a better future than most kids, even compared to yourself. I believe that the main reason for that is their parents. The parents gave them tools or options to choose from to make their lives better. And that's what I want to do with my kids. And that's what I want you to learn for your kids. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe to it. Comment down below if you have some questions or you have better ideas to invest for your kids. Not for yourself, but for your kids. Alright, let's do this. So what's a 529 savings account? So I drew something here so to make it explain it better. It's tax-free for your kid. So whatever earnings you save on this account will be tax-free in the future when they withdraw it for their educational expenses. So it's just like this. It's like your Roth IRA. So when you, let me take this out. When you contribute to it, basically you're using your paycheck. So it's already taxed. Then you're gonna deposit it to obviously the 529 plan, which is it varies on every state, but commonly there's 2 types of it. And then when they withdraw it when they're 18 or when they decided to go to college, it's gonna be tax-free on the earnings though. So like I said, it already had the tax because your paycheck is already got deducted by the government, right? And it's like your Roth IRA. And you might ask me, what kind of college expenses does it cover? So it covers from books, tuition fees, even living quarters if they live in the dorm, food if they got the receipt that they got their food in the college or cafeteria or university cafeteria. They can also use it for trade schools. So if your kid doesn't wanna go to a college, to a normal four-year degree, they can use it into a trade school. They want to do cosmetics, that will pay for it. The cosmetology school, I cannot pronounce it, but you get the point. Or apprenticeship. My accent is going on me. Yeah, that. As long as it's covered by the government, or meaning it's the government knows that it's a certified apprenticeship program. I'll just do the word there down below. All right. And then what else? They can also use it for secondary or elementary school if your kid is going to a private schools, you can use this. And this has been in the law since 2018. And last 2019, just last year, you can use this for student loans. Now, you might ask me, how will you use it for student loans? For instance, this is only an example. There's so many scenarios there, but I'm gonna give you one example. If your kid will decide to go college this year at the time of this video is 2020, and unfortunately the market crashed, and you advise him or her that that's not a good idea to withdraw money from it, because obviously the 529 plan is based on the market too. So he or she will get student loans for that year. So when the next year, I'm very sure 2021, the market will increase or the market will go up normal again. Now, he can or she can use this plan to pay off what she owes this year, up to $10,000. So that's how the scenario works. So the history of this, it started in Michigan. The Michigan Educational Trust in 1986 established this, and then after a while, the rest of the states adopted this plan. And then it went to the Section 529 of the Internal Revenue Code. So that's how this started. So like I said, every state has the 529 plan. And then the plans that they offer varies from state to state. Now, there's mainly two types for the 529 plan. There's the prepaid tuition, which you buy the credits or the units now in a certain university at the price of today. And then when your kid goes to college down the road, 10, 15 years from now, they will use that credits to enroll. Obviously, 5 to 10 years or even 5 to 10 years from now, the tuition fee has increased dramatically. My God, my accent. And then that's not what I use, because I like investing in stocks, like I said. Now, the other part where I do it is the educational savings account. It's managed by a third-party company like Vanguard. My thing is Uppromise 529 plan. And there's 3 types of it, commonly 3 types. Depends on state to state, like I said. There's like a mutual fund or what I call college date portfolios. So you basically specify what date estimated date your child will be going to. So just add maybe 18 if she's 1 year old. And there's another one, it's called ETF. This is where my majority of my investments are. In what I have, it's SPDR portfolio. So I go there, it's an index fund or an ETF. And then the third one, which I don't really recommend, is a high yield savings account. So it has like 2 to 3% interest, but you can get better interest in an ETF fund if I were to choose. It's up to you though, but that's my opinion. And like I said, I'm just a YouTuber who is trying to invest. Okay. Anyway, that. So the next thing is when your kid grows up, obviously, especially if you're using the mutual fund, if your kid is like about 5 years old, it's gonna be aggressive, an aggressive portfolio, just like your mutual fund, like I said. And then when she goes to 18, it's gonna be less and less and less aggressive up until it's just gonna be bonds. Because an aggressive portfolio is usually a large cap, usually an SP 500 companies. And then when she goes 18, it's gonna be just bonds. So bonds usually are safer. They can also go lower in price, but commonly they're safer than stocks. So like I said, it has its own risk, but minimal. So what's the benefits of having a 529 plan? So the first benefit is obviously it's tax-free. So whenever your child uses this plan for educational purposes, it's tax-free. Then the donor, which is me, for instance, stays controlled every time. Not unless it's a custodial account when your child becomes a legal age, or usually it's like 18 in America. She can manage that fund herself. So I can, if my daughter decided not to go to college, she just want to go to the workforce or military, I can give this to my nephew, to my niece, to my sister if she wants to go grad school. I have full control who's gonna use it. The fourth one, or the third one, is low maintenance. So so like I said, no maintenance. You can make automatic payments, so the plan itself will get money from your bank account and deposit it into the plan. So some people do $100 a month, some people do $50 a month, some people just do $10 a month. It's up to you. I, for instance, just puts in money every time I have a extra money. Like for instance, my tax return or my stimulus. The fourth one is no tax reporting. Obviously, if this thing will not be taxed, you're not gonna get a form 1099. Usually you get 1099 for infidelity accounts or your high yield savings account. And then the other one is it's flexible. So you can choose how aggressive your portfolio is or how safe it is. You can do that twice a year. And then the sixth one is no income limit. So if you're earning 30K a year, or if you're earning, like most of my friends, it's like 200K a year, it doesn't matter. Everyone can put into this plan. And then the last one, like I said earlier, is transferable to anyone. If your kid don't want to go to school, it's alright. You can transfer this to anyone. And then disadvantages. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I only see 2. I know there's more, but I only see 2. There is a 10% penalty if you did not use this for educational purposes. If you just want to withdraw money, they're gonna reduce the earnings at 10%. That's a lot for me. That's a lot. So it's a risk whether your kid that wants to go to college or not. You're basically gambling for them. And then the second one is, what if your child wants to withdraw it at the time of the market crash, like this year? Yeah, it's gonna decrease in value like mine did. I'm gonna show you a graph for my investment for my kid. But yeah, like I said, your child can withdraw money or loan money, student loan, for a semester or 2, and then by the next year she can pay this off using the plan that you got. So that's the solution, one of the solutions that I think of. So like I said, two disadvantages, and I hope you learned something from this. I believe we need to help our kids be better than ourselves. I like that. Like for instance, my daughters, I don't want them to suffer as much as I did when I came to America. That's why I try the best I can to invest in their future and teach them this stuff. I mean, primarily I made videos for them, but I noticed that I'm also helping some people. So again, like this video, comment something. I mean, if you got questions, comment. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.